Hey guys, this is Honeybee2 here, and I am going to offer a full detailed tutorial on how to convert custom songs for Rock Band Audition mode. This might take a while. I'm not really sure how long this is going to take me, so we'll just see how it goes. This is like my first tutorial I've ever done. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a Rock Band Customs folder, and in this folder you're going to want to have a lot of smaller folders. You want to stay organized for this. You want to know where everything is. So first you're going to have your MIDI files folder, your Reaper projects folder, your Wave files folder, your Reaper MIDI folder, your Magma folder, your Rock Band projects folder, your RBA files folder, your AUG files folder, and this is where I keep all the stuff that I might want to convert. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get Audacity. Just look it up on Google. It's free. And when you download customs, you usually get an AUG file along with the MIDI. So I'm going to take my AUG file, and today we're going to be converting the missing coordinates. You might have already seen this song on our channel. So you just drag the file into Audacity and it loads it. Alright, so here's your file. Now what you're going to want to do, because there's a problem with Reaper, is that if the notes go early, then it won't accept, the Magma won't accept it. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to have that hand there, press at the beginning, go to generate, silence, and generate 4 seconds of silence. Okay, now your silence has been generated. You're going to want to make sure it says stereo here. So after you've added your silence, you export it as wave. Now this is my wave files folder. So we'll just call this tutorial wave. Alright. So we have that saved now. Now it's exporting it. Alright. Now you're going to open up Magma. This is a template that I have saved. I will post that in the description box. Alright. So, you have your beat, your events. This is your audio track. I'll rename that. Alright. This is your guitar, your bass, your drums, and your vocals. Now you're not going to want to do vocals. Vocals is very hard to do. I do not recommend it. I don't know what I just did. Alright. So right now we're only going to be converting for guitar and drums. So you take, you go into your MIDI folder. I put the MIDI in there, and you go to the missing coordinates, wherever it is. Or here it is. And now, remember how I generated 4 seconds of silence? I put it at 4 seconds now. And you have to make sure that the arrow is at 4 seconds. And I drag in the MIDI. And I have to make sure that the beginning lines up with the arrow. Press OK. Make sure both of these are checked. Okay, now all of our notes are in. So you see these little things here. You don't want these. So what you're going to do is drag this in to make everything bigger. Select them and just simply press the delete button to delete them. You don't want events either. you only want the events that is on the default template. Okay, so now that our charts are in, I'm going to drag the audio in. I go to my wave files. Here's the tutorial wave I just created. And I drag this in all the way at the beginning. Alright. So now we have the audio in. So, just to make sure it's lined up, I'm going to go to the beginning of the chart. You just click anywhere you want to select where you want to go. And I have to press the effects button. Now, usually this isn't going to be here. You're going to have to press add, and it's going to be under VSTI, and you're going to do Rock Band Network Preview. This stuff is only in here assuming that you downloaded the Reaper and the add-ons from the Rock Band website. So now that we've got our preview up here, you want to make you click on this to select which difficulty you want to display, and also for guitar or drums. So now it's displayed. So now I'm gonna play it. Alright, so it seems in sync. Another thing you're going to want to do is that these are the time signatures. None of these should be above 300. Some songs have a lot, some songs do not have very many. Luckily this one doesn't have very many. Okay, so now you see this gap here. This gap can't be here, so we're going to fill it in. So let's drag this out, select one little area of the notes, just click the mouse and drag. Right click and do copy selected area of selected items. Now you're going to put the cursor at the beginning, make sure it says 0. You're going to right click and you're going to paste. Now drag this to the beginning of the chart, hold down the shift button, select part guitar, right click and glue selected items. Now they're glued. We're going to do the same thing for drums. Copy selected area of selected items. Oops. Alright. Go back to the beginning. Press paste. And then glue them together. Now those steps were not mandatory. You don't need to generate the silence. You could just put it in at the beginning. But just to ensure that the notes don't start too early, I generated the silence and I made the extra room in the beginning. Okay, so now you see that part drums is on part vocals. You need to make sure that all of them are on the right tracks. So part guitar is now on part guitar, part drums is on part drums. You can delete the rest of these. Make 100% sure that there are no small tracks hidden in here. You want to make sure you delete everything except for this, this, and this. Alright. So I'm just pressing the delete button to delete all these. Not the backspace, the delete. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drag everything so that it lines up with the audio track. Drag the beat and the events. Make sure they're all lined up. You see these are a little bit farther ahead. Okay. So now, we filled in the gap in the beginning, we dragged everything out, and now it's time to do the part that I consider the least amount of fun.